be, really useful going forward. Like rather than having them distributed over multiple people's accounts, we actually have a. But anyway, it sort of lets us do some things that people have been suggesting. Anyway, here we are. It is the Kent Beck Scrum. We have Raphael, we have Sam, we have Michael, and Lokesh. Here we are. Raphael, you were in first. Do you want to go ahead and tell us how it's going? Anything blocking you?
Sure. Just continue working async voter. I've kind of started a little developer's guide to make a little roadmap of everything that's been happening and still incorporate the README and contributing and that type of thing. It's a little bit of a document.
Wonderful.
Yeah. So we're just finishing off unit tests on. I'm a little bit blocked on one of the unit tests, but about 4 out of, I think it's the 4th one out of 5.
Mm. Did we lose Raphael there? No, still there. Yeah, you're saying you're blocked out of one of them, but I guess, is that a serious thing? Do you want to share the code?
Not really quite yet. I think by the time I define it, I would have figured it out.
Okay.
If not, I'll bring it up in tomorrow's meeting.
All right, no worries.
Yeah.
Good show. All right, and any plans going forward?
So we're going to have definitely having the meeting this week. Paolo is quite keen.
Yeah.
I'm continuing moving forward, which is great. We've got a new user, Videsh, also.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully we'll see more of him.
Fantastic. Yeah, good show. Yeah, I should be at the meeting this week as well. Excellent. All right, thanks, Raphael. Going on to Michael. How are things going with you, Michael? Michael is... Yeah? Anything blocking you?
No. I don't really have any progress since
before. Sure. All right. Thanks. And I guess you're continuing to work on the community support thing. Lokesh, how are things going with you?
So Sam, I was trying to find a ticket to work upon.
Oh yeah.
And I'm wondering if this one has been. So, is anyone working on this?
Elena is talking about. Elena and Michael have both talked about that. I saw Elena in the Thursday's meeting for local support like 10 days ago. She seemed, I don't know if I understood, I thought she was saying that it could be an easy fix, but I wasn't sure. I think it's certainly it's something that Michael knows about. So, but yeah, the thing to do would be Michael's here in the Scrum, but certainly you see how the owners have it's got the 2 names on the owners. So, yeah, I guess it looks like you've added the description there of, is anyone working on this? But I guess I don't know if they will have received a notification. You can also ask Elena in the local support chat. Michael, I guess you haven't collaborated with Elena on this.
No.
Are you interested in looking at it with Lokesh?
Sorry, I was reading something. What is the
issue? It's about on local support. It's like the pop-ups in the map, how they're not quite aligning with the pin.
Not right now, no.
No. All right. So I think, yeah, I would say Lokesh, if you're, keen to have a look at it, please do so. I think, yeah, go on. But reach out to Elena. Go on.
I think I just made a little change and I think it fixed it.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just changed this.
Yeah, well, I think you could even go ahead and get a pull request in there. I mean, I think Elena's main focus is going to be, or we'll see if we speak to her on Thursday, is about managing this pop-up when the map gets centered. So,
okay,
I think it's still if you've got a quick fix for it, like you did other things for the website one, then get that pull request in. And I think when the fix is small enough, it's worth doing it because it highlights it for the other person, and even if then there are merge conflicts, the other person can go, oh yeah, I can add that in easily, and so on.
Okay. So yeah, you're just changing this. It was earlier 151. I changed it to 141, and it's working.
Okay, great.
Yeah, And I was wondering that, when we, hover this over, then the event is centered there. Like, for example, I'm hovering to museum now.
Yeah,
In
yeah.
the center, it is,
Yeah, the centering functionality is in there. What we're not doing is we're not popping up. We're not making any change to the
yeah,
icon when we're mousing over the list element.
yeah. It looks weird that there is no pop-up.
Yeah, yeah. We need to add that.
Yeah. Okay, so I will then submit a pull request.
Great. Anything else blocking you, or anything else that you're trying to do?
No, I will look for other tickets to work upon.
Sure. Okay. Just I guess while I'm thinking about it, yeah. I mean, that's the funny thing with these like little fixes, where it's sort of trivial to see if it's working or not, right? But it's like, how can one create an automated test that's worth the effort putting it in and will be reliable enough? And we've got the same issue with that fix that you made for the video player on website 1, which I'm now trying to deploy, by the way, is having made that change, is it worth writing a test that checks that now we use /embed instead of /v? Is it? No. I'm having an existential debate in my mind. I guess I will go and continue doing that separately if no one else is interested in having it with me. Continuing the Scrum, myself, we had the marketing meeting where we got some things done. There's a lot of catch up going on. New newsletter coming out. New testing. Alternatives for the homepage. Yeah, and lots of things. But see their marketing channel for more details on making Agile Ventures great again. That's what we want. If it wasn't great before, but it is great. Yeah. Other thing, I'm also sorting out the budget for the next year and get that approved by the trustees. That's kind of my main thing. And catching on this, I was going to be meeting with Armando to talk about the part 3 for the MOOC, but that's been put off till I think Wednesday. Yeah, so no blocks apart from ongoing like intermittent JavaScript fails in the like I don't know. Will we ever be free of those things?
What files are these?
Well, we have them both in local support and website 1, where there are capybara, cucumber tests. I don't think the fact that this cucumber is relevant, but the capybara. So it's running, kind of like a headless browser, and there are just some things, particularly ones that involve the Mercury editor or other bits of JavaScript that are kind of a bit legacy. But sometimes it's,
you might want to check that the code being run matches the expected version of whatever's running it. For example, if something uses a certain function that's specific to one form of JavaScript and not to another.
Yeah. I'm fairly sure we've got it locked down. We spent a lot of time sort of locking it down. It's go on.
No, you just said that you mentioned some legacy code that was misbehaving.
Oh, I say legacy because, for example, the Mercury editor, which is the sort of WYSIWYG editor we have throughout the AV site, it's just, I don't know, that's one that seems to be a common that causes issues. I think it's because there's race conditions in the way that the thing is. It seems to be a timing issue. Like they fairly reliably run on developers' machines, although we do occasionally get failures. And it's on the CI that we see the issues. But I mean, yeah, that as you say, there may be like subtle differences in, but what we've done is we've sandboxed the entire thing, right? So that it basically both on the server side and on the browser side. So in principle, right, it's even if it's pulling it in a JavaScript library from remote, right, we've got that all stored in the repo. So in principle, Michael and I spent a while completely sandboxing everything at some time and effort, which I had the hunch that would finally allow us to make it completely, repeatable and retestable and consistent. And I think it removed some of the issues, but it didn't fix it, and we still get these occasional
failures. Timing that you can control within the tests for CI.
Well, this thing is that the new Capybara stuff is we adjusted it all so it kind of like waits for the page to change, and it's got like a certain timeout on it, and you can sometimes improve things by fiddling with the timeouts and this, that, and the other.
I
Go
think
on,
it just,
go on, Michael.
basically it just comes down to the CI is running on like really weak machines, is what I suspect.
Right.
So they're extremely underpowered, and it just times out a lot.
Do you think, Michael, do you think if we, for example, we put money on the CI and they were more powerful machines, then it would, I guess, well, it follows from what you're saying that that potentially could improve matters. It's sort of, it's very strange.
That's kind of like, why would it be working like on our
right
everybody's like personal box
and fail on the CI?
Fairly powerful, but then fail on CI? It's probably because they're running like these tiny little micro instances.
Right. The implication is that if we ramped up the timeout to something much higher, then that it would on CI. Yeah, maybe that's worth playing with. I've been reading these articles on the gosh, a while ago now, but the capability testing that suggests that there's some state that these things can get into when you're running with the headless browser, that there's a race condition, it can never work. I don't know, but then the fact that it works sometimes and not others, it's anyway. Do
we have anyone that's running like Linux, like where it's working well?
I don't know.
You wanting to run on a Linux machine, did you say?
Well, I imagine CI is running on Linux, so that would remove another variable if we had the exact Linux distribution.
Okay, got you. I mean, I'm running Linux Mint, but I don't know if that's going to help or not.
I would imagine they're probably running Ubuntu. But
it would sort of seem like if we could do it, if we could adjust the settings so that the timeout was longer on the CI, and if we saw that led to an improvement, then that would suggest that maybe putting a few dollars towards the CI machines might help. I think that the difficulty with this, and I think with any intermittent and unpredictable failure, is that you can often think you have addressed the issue, and then it just pops up later on. Is there some new approach to doing like CI where you can run the entire? I don't know. Well, I'm not sure. I think that's our Scrum. Any other issues that anyone needs to address right now? If
maybe just try a different. If you're using Travis, try Circle or vice versa. See
that's true. It's on Semaphore. Well, it's on Semaphore. We have it website one on Semaphore, and on Local Sport is on Travis, and we get the same sorts of things. There's an article on it's like, do you remember that art? Is it best L or something? But yes, don't know if I can find that thing. There's a, yeah, not sure. Anyway, Rafael, you're liking how are you finding this Jitsi thing?
Jitsi, I'm liking. It takes a little bit of getting used to, and I've just kind of was reviewing the async voter meeting we had earlier today. It's not too bad. It operates a little bit differently, but if we could automate that YouTube streaming part, that would be awesome.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's well, the interesting thing about it is it's completely open source. So actually, we have, in principle, there's a lot more flexibility than we have from Google Hangouts. So cool. Nice one.
Use our own version. Okay.
Yeah. We're hoping we can, we'll continue using it for the rest of the week, and if we find it to be stable and whatever, then we might start investing in customizing a version for ourselves and gradually and hopefully integrate it in and get, it's already got the fact that we can stop the live stream and we can restart it again, which we couldn't do in the Hangouts. Makes it, and we can have like custom URLs for it. So you know, fingers crossed. We'll see. We'll keep trying it for the rest of the week. Cool. Okay. Well, so we've got the community meeting coming up in an hour and a quarter. Maybe see some of you there. That's our Scrum.